Welcome, mortal fools, to the most terrifying, spectacular show on Earth. Fasten your seatbelts and hold on tight. And take a ride with the Dark Carousel Podcast. Welcome, mortals! Let's fucking ride! On the DCP!
Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
Welcome to the Dark Carousel Podcast, everybody. Sorry we've been gone for a week. Sometimes your boy and we just got life. Guys, if you missed it, last Friday was Steve's birthday. He turned 102.
Yeah, the dust is still coming off.
The dust is still coming off, guys. So happy belated birthday to him. Here we go with another lovely little episode from us. Super excited about this one. We're going to be talking to John Acors from Dark Acors in Ballston, New York. Not Boston, Ballston, Ballston, Ballston. This feller has a home haunt that he's been running for 13 years. It's a 2,000 square foot home haunt. All right, we've never done a home haunt before, so I'm really intrigued in hearing his story. All right, been doing it for 13 years, dude. That's crazy. So we'll dive deep into his brain and figure out how in the hell does he do this and how his neighbors feel about it. And a big old shout out to Mike from Frankenfuel.
Shout out.
Big old shout out. Thank you so much, Mike, for always supporting us, loving us, and giving us the opportunity to always shout out your lovely little energy drink. Guys, if you haven't drinking Frankenfuel and gotten freshly shocked, then you need to.
Yeah.
By going down to the little code right there to frankenfuel.com/DCP to get 15% off your next purchase.
Or if you're greedy and you can't wait to get online, just run down to Hot Topic.
Yeah, go to Hot Topic. Or it's not at all Hot Topics, but
Some.
it's at some. So maybe it's in a store near you.
Better go look.
You never know. Yeah, I was really excited to see Mike's stuff in Hot Topic because, like, man, dude, that's pretty big. That's pretty nice.
Moving up in the world.
We got quite a few interviews coming up, guys. We got one big one, which really excited about.
That'd be next week.
That will be next week, next
The 5th.
Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday.
Well,
yeah.
it'd be Wednesday because the 3rd's Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, we got those. And we'll announce those after tomorrow when we do Riot. And then what's next?
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Thanksgiving, guys. Haunt season is coming to an end.
This is the final week.
This is the final week. This is Hell Week, guys. This is the week of the wicked. This is where we all come down together and praise to the Lord, Pumpkin King.
Maybe that's what we should do.
What?
Halloween special.
I gotta work.
You know.
We can always shoot a special and then just post it on Halloween. Never know. Never know. Hey.
We'll just dress up for everybody.
Yeah. Where are you guys going trick or treating? When you guys watch this episode, comment in the comment box on Spotify or on YouTube, and tell us how you guys go trick or treating. Is it old school? Is it on Halloween? Do you guys do trunk or treat? Because trunk or treat is huge now. It's fucking massive. So how do you guys still do it? Do you guys just want to know, how nostalgic are you? How nostalgic are you as a Halloween? I am pretty nostalgic. I love old school Halloween. That is the best. You know, going to people's houses, you know, potentially getting kidnapped. That was fun. Those were good times.
Hey, the way the weather's looking, it looks like it's going to rain.
I just thought it was going to be cold.
Well, it starts raining Wednesday, but it's supposed to be in and out all the way till Saturday morning.
Great.
So we'll see. how it
Another
goes.
rainy Halloween. Gross.
But they invented umbrellas.
But yeah, we're really excited to talk to this guy because I don't realize how big home haunts really are. And I'm pretty pumped to really just dive deep into John's brain. And what's cool about John, dude, he comes into our stream sometimes, like when we're TikToking, and I play my scary games, and he chats and stuff. And I'm really pumped about just like I always like okay, I'm just this is just me because I don't know much. I always thought they're like just mediocre, you know. I didn't really think anything of it, but after like seeing a bunch of his pictures and videos, I'm like, holy shit, dude!
All
Like,
depends how big your checkbook is.
I just, yeah, I mean,
If you got the money and the creation, dude, you can build whatever.
a lot of DIY projects.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. You just gotta have the creation.
I just don't know much about
Creative
home haunts.
mind. You create whatever you want.
Which I'm not saying it's stupid because it's not. I just don't know much about it, so I just like I always thought it was
It's the
just
best way to start. That way you know you build and you know what works and what doesn't work. That way, if you do want to take it more serious,
yeah.
there you go.
It's just not. Hey, look at that shirt, dude. It's so cool. Let's go. Let's go. Hell yeah,
It comes in red.
Never see it in red.
Yeah.
That's nice.
It comes in red.
That's nice.
See, we learn something new every day.
Yeah. Fuck it, hey, dude.
I thought black and white was our only colors.
Yeah.
Right?
You got the color option.
I saw Dinwiddie with the black, and I was like, I got to do something different.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, the red's. I like the red.
Yeah.
Wow.
It is nice.
It's right.
I like it. I like it.
Well, cool. Well, thanks for supporting. But now we're gonna support you for a little bit, man.
Well, I appreciate
Hey,
it.
you're welcome. So obviously you know who I am. We've talked many times, like on TikTok and stuff. When I was streaming, and then next to me is the other owner, Steve.
Yeah, I'm here.
He's here, and we're super excited to finally dive into this world of home haunting. I don't know nothing about it, and I didn't want to do a lot of research because I like getting raw like reactions on how home haunting is, because I like, if you want my honest opinion, I didn't really think nothing of it. Like I just like thought I was like, it's just mediocre. They don't know what they're doing. But after seeing like your videos and how much work you put into it, I'm like, oh my god, this dude he's going all fucking out. And I didn't realize how big it was until you said something, and then I went into that group on Discord and I just started like reading their posts and all this. I'm like, holy shit, dude. This is massive.
I'm a baby.
Yeah.
I'm a baby in home haunting.
Dude, that's great. Like they have like their physical, like it's a fucking haunt.
Yep.
Damn.
Well, I was telling him, it's like, just before you came on, I was telling him, it's like, it depends on that checkbook and your creativity. If you got creativity and a checkbook, dude, you can build wherever you want and go nuts. And darn wrong space. If you got space.
Yeah.
That way, believe me, that's my problem. I don't have enough space, because if I had space, I'd be constantly going nuts in the studio. So, but yeah, that's the big thing.
Well,
No,
man.
it's wild. Like some home haunts are over the top. There's ones that are completely like Disney ready. It's crazy that like some of these people are Imagineers and everything. Like I was telling you, that Storybrooke Hollow or whatever, her whole place is just a masterpiece. It's like whimsical and like crazy shit.
That's
and
crazy.
It's just like over the top, and it's all like passion. It's not, none of us are making money. We're all doing it for free.
That's
And
wild.
it's just straight passion for the business, for Halloween. And it's, some people are crazy.
Yeah, dude, and like that's what's crazy about it. It's like, man, I'll ask you some questions here in a second, because I was about to ask you a question. I was like, hold on. Let's start this off about the journey, where it began. Tell us who you are and what pulled you into this haunted house, home haunt world.
So my name is John Acors. We say Acres. I know you wrote it as Acres as well. It's really Acors, but we just say Acres. It's so much easier. So we started doing this about 13 years ago, but it was definitely something that was like a childhood thing. When I was super young, we had a seasonal flower shop that would sell like mums and the hay and all that did a free walkthrough, and it froze me in terror. It was something that like I couldn't walk into it. If I got close to it, I would literally like fall on the ground in terror.
Yeah.
And it was like going through that and trying to, I know it's not real. Even as a kid, like I knew it wasn't real, but there was something that was so terrifying about it. And then like finally getting through it, I realized like, oh, it was my imagination that was doing it. Like it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
And it was something that like, it's always kind of stuck its hooks into me. The fact that like my imagination is so wild, And this is like the perfect culmination of things where I can just build stuff on my own and do things that like I want to do and nobody like tells me what to do.
Damn. And that's what's cool about it. It's like well, not you, but I don't not understand, what's a good word for it? I don't know how I would even want to do that. Like, how, like, just going into building a home haunt and just constantly having that itself would just drive me more and more to do better and better each and every year. Do you remember the moment when you decided to say, you know what, I'm building a home haunt?
Yeah, I mean, so I lived in this house when I was a kid. I went through the 90s Halloween in this neighborhood and I watched it basically die out. Um, I think the first year we started doing it and I, said like, hey, I want to start doing this, there was like 35 people. So it was like completely different from what I remember Halloween. Like Halloween was a complete shit show in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
There might have been cops at my house for like 8 years running, but but just having that as a child and then seeing like people not getting that, it was kind of like, hey, this is, the holiday that we all love. My mom was a home haunter, or not a home haunter. She was an actor in the Toledo Zoo. I don't know. That's in Ohio.
Yeah.
So they used to do Halloween stuff there, and she was like an actor, and she was in the coffin, and she popped out as a vampire, and that kind of like got brought into us, and we were tormented through our childhood. So it all, there was like webs of different things that came together, and it was like we should start doing this, for the community, for us, because we like doing it. Our whole family enjoys it. So it was just like a culmination of everything came together. I came back from trade school, and I was like, you know what, let's just do this and see what happens.
Damn. So you went to trade school. What do you go to trade school for?
So I went to trade school for motorcycles. I went to MMI down in Orlando and came back and quickly found that it doesn't pay any money.
Man, that's crazy. So was it for you like a waste of time, or was it like a dream come true when you did that?
No, I really enjoyed it. It's still like I'm super into motorcycles still. I have a Harley, I have a Kawasaki, I have like, a bunch of buddies that are into it. So it's like it's nice that I can work on my own shit.
Yeah. Fuck,
but it was like coming back, they feed you all this stuff. And it's not, MMI was not the problem. It's just the industry itself. Like you can't walk in and be like, hey, I want, $30 to be a tech for you guys. People are going to start you in at bottom dollar because you're brand new.
Yeah.
So it was just something that I really enjoyed doing. If you go to MMI, like, and use your potential and what you want to do there, you learn so much. But you come back and then there's just, shops that don't pay.
Yeah. That's how college is, man. It's just,
right?
You pay for all this money and all of a sudden you're just like, oh, fuck.
I have a degree and I can't use it.
Yeah, basically. Yep. Oh, fuck. That's why I tried to go to college, went for a year, and I was like, nah. Yeah,
Yep.
I'm not doing it. I went for mechanical engineering, and I'm like, nah, fuck this. I'm not doing this shit. I'm not doing it. But anyways, how'd you come up with the name Dark Acres? I mean, I know it's pretty obvious, but like, why?
So I think when we started, we were like Deathly Hollows, which was like a play on Harry Potter and all that. And then it was just kind of like, all right, that's kind of cheesy. And we were just trying to figure out so much. And then, Dark Hour is a huge inspiration. Stiltby Studio is a huge inspiration to what I do. Like that was how I learned a lot of the stuff a decade ago, because he was one of the only people on YouTube. So like that was a huge inspiration to me. So it all just kind of came together, and like, the name Dark Acres itself, it kind of, you can do a lot with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's very open and broad to what it is. and I like that. And there's like some ideas that I'm pushing towards if we do end up going pro that, I'll use with the name.
Yeah.
So it kind of just came together like a lot of stuff that I've done.
That's pretty cool. Do you ever imagine like it would grow to a 2,000 square foot home haunt after 13 years?
No. So when we started, it was like tent poles and blue tarps over a porch. So it wasn't, I wasn't really doing a walkthrough. There was, nothing crazy. I had like a skeleton, a witch, and a hand that I spray painted, glow in the dark with my hand over. Like it was nothing.
But it was awesome then, though.
Yeah, exactly. It was amazing when we were there. And then it just kind of I never want to do the same stuff. So like I have a lot of the old stuff that I've used, but I always change it because I don't want to like, do the same thing. I don't just want to go out and put out the decorations where I put it every year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to have that change, and it just kind of built up massively into what it is today.
Yeah, that's like it's like the definition of like insanity. You repeat the same process over and over and expect a different outcome.
100%.
Like, dude, no, like change it, and that's good though. But that's what's cool. So, do you tear down your haunt every year, or is it up all year round?
Nope. This is the first year that we won't be tearing down Halloween night. We don't get everything down, but it was like, when we were done on Halloween night, we start tearing stuff down. It's such a flash in the pan because I only do it Halloween night. I don't do extra weekends, have people go through. I do one night only. So it's build right up till trick-or-treaters get there.
Dang.
And then tear down when they leave.
So how does that like how does that usually make you feel whenever you're just like, all right, all this hard work I did all year and I have to take it down? How does that happen? Like I would destroy myself.
Yeah, the anxiety.
What's nice when I do it the night of, I get to hear all the people when I'm in my hidey hole going through it, and I have like that high and that rush from the night, so it doesn't feel so bad when I'm taking it down. But once it's down, we obviously have a giant trail where people walk through in our yard, and like seeing that, you're just like, oh man, like that used to be something cool.
But it just holds memories. That's what's cool.
Right. It's cool. Like we have snow, so come springtime when the snow melts and it's still there, I'm like, yeah, I did that.
Yeah. Again, myself, growing up, I've been doing this over 34 years now, and I've been to so many haunts. And I remember as a kid, we did the neighborhood haunt stuff. We built little trails and stuff like that. And then even as I got older, I did a couple down in Kentucky that I worked at, and they were just little farm haunts that they put up together that just went through some of their trails and their woods, stuff like that. So,
right.
And I understand that it's like all the work you put into it, and especially like you said, if you're only doing it one night, you're putting all that work in, and all of a sudden, man, it's like I didn't really get to enjoy it. So now some of these people that are actually getting to keep it up a little longer and getting maybe 2 weekends or even 3 weekends out of it, it's fun because you get to enjoy it a little bit more. And then you're like, yeah, I can appreciate this. So yeah, I don't know, doing that one night, man, that would stress me out. I'm like, I don't want to tear it down. It's
a really double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Because if it's Halloween night, you have people that come through with families and all that. It's a family thing. When you start doing extra weekends and all that, there's such a possibility to get just drunk people that are walking around, coming to your own house, like your private property, so it's like it's a really close double-edged sword that you have to kind of walk on, because I would obviously love to do it all month long, but there's liability that comes with being on your own property. There's so many things that could happen, and I at least try to settle with myself and make myself feel better by saying like, oh, I'm sticking away from some of those liabilities being Halloween night only, but it does definitely suck only being one night.
Hey, they make tasers.
They do.
Right.
Hey, here comes a drunk guy. Nope, you can't go in.
Yeah, gone.
Yeah, just zap his ass. And if anything, you can always prop him up in the corner and say he's a prop. I mean,
Right.
there you go.
That's always the solution from like any haunter. It's like, if you die, dude, we'll just use you as a prop.
Yeah,
It's
right.
all right.
Yeah, we're just gonna hang you up.
Always. Now, like, what's your process like whenever you do start building?
So, I mean, I basically build stuff all year round. But when I start to set up in the yard, it's like the second week in September. And then it's just a fever dream of putting things up, trying to figure out, if there's going to be storms and all that, because storms can completely destroy home haunts.
Oh, yeah.
There's certain things, even, pro haunts will get destroyed by storms and all that. But it's like a lot of this stuff is not pro haunt, thing. So
yeah.
it's light, it's super easy to break if you're buying store props and all that. There's a lot of hassle to it. And October, everybody gets those nasty storms.
Mm-hmm.
And trying to battle of, hey, do I put this up or do I wait until it's closer to see if there's a storm or anything? It's wild.
Making
It's
sure
a lot of
making
work.
sure everything's waterproof.
Yep. Oh yeah. There's some stuff I'm just like, it'll be fine.
Yeah, well, we got the hurricane that's supposed to be coming. I don't know if it's gonna. Hopefully, it doesn't come up near us. But Hurricane
Right.
Melissa, they say it's supposed to be a Category 5 hitting Jamaica.
Yep.
That's gonna fucking suck. Now, like, how far in advance do you go in beginning of construction before Halloween hits? I know you said September, but like, when do your blueprints start?
So I was building my facade for this year before East Coast. So it was April.
Dang.
So it was barely like out of winter. So I might take like 2-3 months or whatever. Where I'm just like, all right, I'm not going to deal with this. And then I get the itch and I'm like, I'm going to build something. And then I'm just building the rest of the year.
Now, I see you do a bunch of like DIY projects, man. Like, how did you come across like doing a lot of stuff that you're doing?
I am a tinkerer, or if it's okay to swear, I'm a fiddle
Fucking
fucker.
say it, Bubby.
Yeah, I'm a fiddle fucker. So I just like to take stuff apart. I like to see how it works. I like to fix things. It's always something. I took all the tech classes in my high school just because I like hands-on stuff. So building everything is also one of those things that just came together from all the stuff I've done, from a child. And at one point I had a sign business and I bought a $20,000 CNC machine.
Oh shit.
And that is like what I use to do this now. So it's like, I don't have normal equipment. I have
The
really
equipment.
expensive equipment
I
to
have
like
the
do
equipment.
this stuff that like some pro hunts don't have.
Daggone.
So it's like, it's very cool that I get to do this.
Yeah, I see in the front half of your haunt, and it's like, whoa, dude. Like, sometimes you don't. When someone says homemade haunt, like through my eyes, and I'm like, okay, so it's just gonna be like someone taking a piece of wood and writing. No, not you. You have like it looks so good.
Right.
What the fuck? So now that explains how you do it. It's like, it's damn, dude.
And some people do this shit by hand. I am a creative person. I am not an artist. I need the tools to help me get through all of this stuff. I can make programs. Don't ask me to draw it.
Yeah.
Don't ask me to shade it or put the correct colors wherever they need to go. I am a creative person. I am definitely not an artist.
Yeah, that's how I feel, because like I'm a makeup artist at my haunt, and like, dude, I feel like that I'm the shittiest makeup artist there, because I'm looking around and I see people that like are really good at drawing or really good at like figuring out colors, and I'm just like, I look at my stuff and I'm like, dude, I'm sorry I put this on you. I am so sorry. Like, I don't know why they made me a makeup artist. I guess they see something in me, but I don't fucking see it. It's just wild.
Sorry.
So like, how did how much of the stuff that's inside of your haunt homemade?
I mean, so this year I think we only bought like 2 props from the store. It's becoming something where we were growing so fast in the maze size that it was like, oh, we need to buy store-bought stuff so we can fill up spaces that, we have nothing for. And I don't have, all the time to build everything. So it was like a back and forth of, hey, I want to build this. And then, oh, we need kind of some stuff here. So we're going to buy some stuff. And then this year it was like 90% of the stuff is all stuff we've made. And that's on purpose. I want to start getting away from buying things in stores and trying to push myself to make these things.
Well, that's a part of like in the same realm as like the haunt industry is not only you're building stuff for yourself, and then when you make it, and then other people see it either on social media or people come through with their phones. Like that's another business that you can accidentally make in the long run, where you're making props for people or making scenes for people. It's like, do you have that is crazy.
Yeah, you got that big old machine, man. You better get it paid off there by making some stuff and selling.
Luckily, before I closed the woodworking business, I paid that off.
Well, that's good. That's good. Yeah, that's definitely. But also too, like, if you have a 3D printer or you got several 3D printers, you can definitely come up with. There's so many files online now that I've seen for 3D printers where people are making, all these different
it's infinite.
things. Yeah, for haunt. And it's just like, man, the industry's changing to where now you just click start. There,
oh, yeah.
Done. And it don't know, I know it takes several hours or days to make certain things out of a 3D printer, but you're not having to do all the physical labor to it anymore. Now the machine's doing it for you. Just as long as you, again, have the creativity, the machine will make it for you.
And so that's something like the 3D printer world is so crazy to me because the CNC world is not so open. Mm-hmm. Like you had to create your own files. You had to figure out all of these things, or you had to buy files. Having, multiple websites with tens of thousands of programs. I haven't made any program for my 3D printer, and all of this stuff back here, other than the masks, it's all 3D printed. It's all just, oh, I found this on the internet. Click, go. Yeah. It's crazy. It is so foreign to me that it's just like, you can do anything. And I've adjusted programs and all that, but it's almost 2 clicks and you can have something printed.
Mm-hmm. Something that's worth a shit ton of money, then all of a sudden you're making it for that much money. That's crazy. I want a 3D printer so fucking bad because like you said, you can make molds out of it. You can do you can make a negative. You can make a pot. You can make anything. I want one so bad.
I was just hearing negative things about them. Like they always break and all this other stuff.
Now I did spend money on mine.
Oh, well.
And I have an expensive one. Yeah. I have the X1C from Bamboo, and it was like literally plug and play. Yeah. There are some that are horrendous, but you get what you pay for. Mm-hmm. If you go for the $100 Amazon one, you're gonna have to tinker with it. Yeah. Mine, I don't think I've done much other than greasing it, cleaning it, regular maintenance. Yeah. And the thing just chugs and chugs and chugs parts out.
That's so cool. So how much do you use your 3D printer for your haunt?
So I got the 3D printer last year, and it completely changed so much. Like you can see the hands and stuff behind me. I don't know which way is which. I have like the hands and stuff. All of my cemetery fences, they have the finials on top. Those I printed all of them. My Cthulhu, I have all of the little suckers on his arms.
Holy shit.
His tentacles. They're all from the 3D printer. All of like my own props, my static props, they all have hands from the 3D printer. It is crazy how much stuff you can make. It's literally, I have the like skull chimes that I just made. It's unreal. You can make an entire haunt out of a 3D printer.
Don't say that.
So you need a whole. So what you do is you get a whole army of 3D printers and just have them all working, and therefore you can just build it all.
Yep.
And then
That's the biggest thing. I only have one 3D printer, so I have to sit there and wait at it and watch it and be like, "Come on, finish, finish.
fucking hurry up.
Yeah, only 19 hours left.
Yeah, I'll be here waiting. Let's go."
Now take me through Halloween night. What's the atmosphere feel like when the doors are open?
It is a fever dream. So for me, I literally have never seen the outside of my haunt on Halloween night. I have never like got to see people walking through and everything. There was a neighbor that had a picture of all the people that were outside, and it like choked me up because it was the first time in 12 years that I actually like realized what I was doing here. And so I don't get to see much of it, but I get to watch the inside and what's happening. And last year we had a Congo line, and it was not something that I expected. So we had a couple things, but I'm in my hidey hole most of the time on the night, or trying to fix something that went wrong during the haunt. So it's literally a fever dream for me. It's very hard for me to get content because I'm stuck in the hole. I have to ask people to take pictures for me and all that. So it's a lot of work, and I know that what it does and the impact on my neighborhood and all that. But it's like, I don't get to see much of it.
You need to get like a little camera, like a tree cam or
Yeah,
a
right.
GoPro of like a time lapse of your whole night, dude.
I am doing that this year because GoPros suck inside the haunt. So I'm doing a time lapse of the front of the haunt.
Yeah, dude, that's going to be so cool to see that motion of just people coming in and out.
Yeah.
Now, you don't charge when people come in. You just let them. That's so cool.
So last year we did a donation. My sister is the girls wrestling coach at the high school. So we did a donation for them, and we'll probably do that this year as well. But like, you don't have to donate anything. You can walk through, you get your candy. You don't even have to walk through and you get your candy.
Yeah.
You know, it's all free just for the sake of Halloween.
I like that so much because it's like Halloween's, to me, it's dying. Trunk or treat is a thing. The fuck is that? Don't get me wrong. There are some cool things about like the trunk or treats and stuff. I refuse to go to one because that's not.
I think it's society now. I just think everything has changed now to where people aren't like it used to be back in the 50s, 60s, hell, even in the early 90s. We'll even go that far to where now people just don't want people at their houses.
Yep.
Everybody's scared of the world. So now their excuse is, let's go meet up in a parking lot. Let's pop the trunk. Here, dig in here, kids.
Fuck that, man. I want the fear of someone kidnapping me. All right? I want that. Like, you're going to yank me into your house and Jeffrey Dahmer me. Like, I want that feeling so bad.
I don't want to get candy from there, actually.
Could be like Ed Gein. Did you watch the show Ed Gein?
I have not watched it.
God, what a fuck! That's a fucked show, dude. That was a little rough. Now, how many people typically show up at your haunt when it's Halloween night, and when does it start showing peak?
So we'll start getting, the young kids that I feel really bad for because a lot of them walk through and cry. We get them, around 4:30, 4:45 when it's still kind of bright, and it'll be light. And then once it starts to get dark around like 6 o'clock, it just hammers till about 9 o'clock at night. Yeah. And last year we had what we believe was 750 plus people.
Holy shit, dude.
In 3 hours.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So you said like when you first did it, you had like 30 people go through to almost 35 down to almost 1,000. Holy shit. So how does that like...
It's time to expand, man. Time to go bigger. We need parking lots. We need ticket booths. Time to expand.
I'm gonna skip some of these questions.
Why haven't you done it yet? Why haven't you made that step, brother?
Because you have so much potential, like the amount, and I know like the responsibility of like
he's doing something right, because if you got that many people, like you said, from when you originally start, you had 35, and then all of a sudden now you're at almost 1,000 people coming through because they know what you're doing. That means it's word of mouth. It's growing.
Right.
Yeah, it's
right.
You're capable of something. So Fuck the one day. Let's make it 2 months. How? Okay, let's say that. Let's say someone gives you a plot of land and says, "Build here." What are you doing?
I already have all of that.
Let's.
That's the only part that I missed. So I have I think 3 different business plans, and the ones I think 75 pages, like ridiculous amount of information. The biggest thing is upstate New York, 5,000 square foot buildings are $500,000.
God bless.
So it's like, where can I find a 20,000 square foot building plus where I could do something that's like worthy to what I want to do? Or, I have to go into the woods somewhere and still spend $500,000 on land and then completely go through and clear it, make all this stuff. So it's like the biggest thing is money in New York.
So the biggest thing with that is, like, again, I've been doing it a long time. I've worked at a lot of haunts, and I've met a lot of owners on how they've done it. So the biggest thing with that is I would do indoor if I was you. That way you don't have to worry about your props getting destroyed unless a tornado comes through and wipes your building out. Pray to God that don't happen, or fire. Because I've met owners that experienced both. But needless to say, just judging by what you're telling me already on people already know what you can do, that right there is already an investment because people know, because you're growing already. So when you go into, say, like you said, a 20,000 square foot building, I understand the price. But the thing is, that's when you're starting to get into the world of opening multiple weekends. And you're starting to charge $20-$30 to get in. You get that many people within your first year, it's going to be a little tough. But once people know that haunt, it's there, it's up,
you're locked in.
You're locked in, and next thing you know, you got 3,000 or 4,000 people coming through a night, and the money, it will pay for itself and real fast. I mean, I've watched haunts, and some of the owners, we've ran into at different haunts. Some of them are assholes, and they don't want to tell you because we've worked at volunteer haunts before, and there's no reason why these owners, the money they made. That night, they couldn't have paid their actors something. But whatever, it is what it is. But I added it up many of time on what owners make in a night just for the haunt. And I understand they do have some expenses, but I've also met some haunts that are self-efficient, that to where they had their own sources of power, to where they didn't even have to pay for electric. They were paying doing a different way. Right. And when you don't pay actors, so you have no other cost. So you're making money. So, and even at $20 a person, and you got a nice size haunt that takes you at least 40, if you can get the haunt like a good walkthrough, at least a 40-minute walkthrough, $20 easily is worth it. Right. But again, you got to know your value too. So if you know, oh yeah, hell yeah, I can easily charge 30, because some of the haunts that we've worked at, they're charging almost $70. Don't get me wrong, it is 6 haunts. It is a park. It is technically a haunted park, but you're charging that. Versus, like, for example, if you go to, like, Kings Island, that's, a huge Six Flag park. That has roller coasters, and they're only charging $40 for people to get in. So
you just need to build a roller coaster.
Yeah, if you got a roller coaster, dude, there you go.
That's what you just need to do.
So I have one in my backyard, actually.
So, see, there you go. I mean, you're getting there.
He has everything. He 3D printed it.
Yeah, right.
But it's even, like, a lot of parks now are also adding the alcohol aspect of it, which I'm not a fan of, but it brings in the money. If people can drink and you can keep guests there, not just to walk strictly through the haunt, but if you can keep them there entertained in other ways, that's more money you're going to have revenue from food, merchandise, drinking, all that stuff. It's just more money, and that's why you're seeing more parks pop up with it versus the individual haunts, because they're getting people to stick around a couple extra hours just hanging out, listening to bands, and enjoying food, enjoying the drinks, and then sometimes they'll want to go back through the haunt. So it gives your actors something to do too. But overall, dude, I mean, just mathematically, just from what you're telling me, I think you could easily do it, because
it's definitely scary.
In a neighborhood alone, that's awesome. I mean, if you're getting that many people come through.
Thank you.
How does that, like, how do your neighbors feel about that?
Did they love you, or like oh God, that's okay,
let's go back 13 years. Let's go back 13 years.
That's when they were talking to him.
Yeah. And,
yeah, right.
You had the cops show up a few times and stuff, and how do your neighbors feel about that? Like, dude, what the hell's John doing? It's like with the burps with Tom Hanks, and there's some magical work happening in the basement, and they don't know what it is. Like what were your neighbors' thoughts? Were they, enemies towards you, or were you like, hey, dude, like I'm doing something, leave me alone?
I think most of them enjoy it. There's some that I don't think enjoy it, but they haven't been a problem. I think everybody realizes what it does for the neighborhood and the community and all that. So once it started to get big, I'm sure people were kind of annoyed, but they were also like, oh, this is like a thing.
Yeah.
And we have some neighbors that help us. We have a neighbor that she'll like stand at the front basically and take the donations and all that. And then her son has worked in the haunt for probably 6 years with us.
It's cool.
So some of them really do enjoy it, and it's funny. You don't see many people walking throughout summer or spring and all that, but come fall time, there's people walking down my road all day long.
Hey, they want to see the next scene, man. They want to see
Right,
what you're up to.
exactly.
So how like when it's like, let's say, for instance, we have a week left of October. It's coming to an end. What's your street looking like? Is it starting to slowly like, all right, I can't wait to come down to this neighborhood because this motherfucker does it right?
So it's very weird. I've never had the news in our haunt. I've never like pushed it out or anything. It's all word of mouth that this has happened. Because I know certain things can happen if you get a little too big too quick. There's a lot of people that have been shut down or just being hassled by the town because of, they've created something really cool that people want to see, and people get mad about that. It's crazy.
I believe it.
Well, remember, with towns and cities, the secret to them is money. They
Right.
don't care what you do as long as they're making their money some way or one way or the other. So if you can actually talk to town officials and find out, hey, look, this is what I do. It's all right now. It's all, just volunteer and donations type stuff. But what would it take to keep everybody happy? Do I need to buy a license? What do I need to do? Or what?
Yeah. Do you have to have like a permit or
Yeah.
anything to do any of this?
So no. One thing we do is we get extra insurance, and that's just to cover anything if there was anything to happen. We are very safe about everything. Like that's top priority because these people aren't paying to come here.
Yeah.
Like they're just walking down the street and end up in here.
Yeah.
So you have to make sure that everything is super safe, especially being on your own private property. So it's something that we didn't really go to anybody for.
I just started doing it.
Kind of don't ask, don't tell.
Yeah. How everybody knows.
Yeah, and keeping it away from the local stuff is like the big thing for me, because if it gets to like 1,500 people, I don't know how we handle that. There's certain things. I'm in a neighborhood that's not on like a main road and all that. It's tucked away, so it's not terribly unsafe. But at 750 people last year, like
I'm
was
pushing it.
crazy.
Yeah.
So we get to 1,000 people, and I'm like, all right, maybe we should kind of not let everybody through.
But it's just something. It's like, well, fuck, dude. I think I did something. I don't know what I did. I don't know why it's happening the way it's happening. But I think like, with social media and, constantly getting bigger and bigger and bigger, that is just like how you said, it's word of mouth. I mean, that's how we do our show.
Yeah.
Right.
When we did our show in the past, we just rushed out to people.
Yeah.
We didn't really know what we were doing. And then we took our little break and we started back up back in March after Transworld. Have you been to Transworld?
Not yet.
That's another conversation.
That'll be this year.
Yes, I get to meet you then. Bring a lot of money. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
That is like, if you love props, that's the capital right there to go do, is go there, and it will give you so much ideas, and your wallet will go, oh.
Yeah, right.
It's like pulling out the wallets and testing.
But no, I mean, if you're worried about getting too big in your neighborhood, that's when you can start putting in the money. That will bring that back down a little bit. So even just start off easy, $5. That right there will help draw back just a little bit, so that way you can do a little bit better on the crowd control.
I think you
without
once-
pushing people.
Once you start charging people, I think that's when you have to start getting into like the permits and stuff, don't you?
Yeah, so especially with New York, there's a lot of crap you have to deal with.
Plus New York right now with the government shutdown is wild right now, dude.
Yeah. So basically, I'm at the point within like 2 years, I want to have a pro hunt. We've gotten all the stuff together. It's literally everything but the money. I have talked to multiple investors. There has been talks of like multiple $1 million. They fell through one reason or another. But it's something that like I've been building this for 13 years. So I could, if I wanted to, walk into a bank and be like, there's this, and this. This is how many followers I have. Like, this is my business plan. And I want people to not be able to say no.
Yeah.
So you're building.
Oh yeah. It's something that I knew from the beginning. Like, if I can get something out of this, like I want to make it a pro hunt. You know, if I find that I'm decent at it, I want to try to do this. And it's now
we need more people like this around us.
I know.
Damn.
I know.
Everybody lives 5 states away or some shit.
Right.
Technically, it's only 2.
Well, still, I'm just saying, it's still distance.
I know. Wow. It's whatever. But
if you look into it, you got some stuff around you. If you get to Michigan, that's where some pretty wild ones are for home hunts, at least.
Yeah, I never, I didn't know anything about home haunts until like I met you, and how you were. I was just like, that's why I was like, man, just fucking build it, just do it. But now, just like the resources and how you're doing it now, like you're building your story, you're building a resume to prove a point, and like you're doing stuff for the community, you're doing stuff for, kids. There's so much in your face moments that you can prove to people. It's like, I'm not just doing it because I want to do it. I'm doing it because I love doing this.
Right.
And that's a good thing too, though. If you meet the right people and you can build a good team, someone that supports you and backs you up, that you're covered in every corner and aspect of this business, you can definitely go somewhere with it. And that's our problem, because we're like you. We've always wanted to build a haunt, but I wanted to skip the home aspect of it because I'm like you. You just don't really want a lot of people at your house.
Right. So
I've always wanted to either do land or buy building, whatever, stuff like that, and then just slowly, go that way. But it's back to the money thing. You got to have the money to do it. Because I'm like you, I have a file cabinet that's full of haunt ideas, and we've broke down different haunts for a park scenario. So we've got, plenty of different haunt ideas for a park. But it's back to finding the investors that really want to do it. And, with Ohio being the haunt capital,
You think it'd be easy.
You think it'd be easy, but the problem is, though, it's still everybody. Even though the haunt community can be great, you still have a lot of people, a lot of owners that are very competitive as far as running a haunt, that they're going to do anything they can to influence other people. Like, no, we're in this area. This is like our territory. And it's just like, dude, we're all in this for the same reason.
All in this together.
But, don't get me wrong. We all want to make a little money, to ease our financial pockets there. But at the same time, we do it because we love doing it, and the creativity. And then everybody we've talked to, everybody has their own unique story on, especially like owners.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, when we talked to Hell's Gate, John the Flame Boy, he's a nut.
Dude, that dude's crazy.
He's a nut. He's a nut. And he kind of reminds me of, the home haunt thing, because how he started off, even though they started off on the farm and stuff, and
they started in the mall.
Oh, that's right, the mall, and then the farm, and they worked their way up.
But they did it more for
art,
art
theater stuff.
So I liked how he put, his passion of being a theater kid and bringing it to life by creating his own story of Hell's Gate. But it's like what you're doing. What's your story?
So mine's like the mechanical path of that. I didn't do theater. I was a wrestler when I was younger, and I was semi decent. I was a national champion at one point.
That's cool.
And kind of like having that, being at that level when you're in high school, and then having injuries and getting dumped out into the real world, like there's still something hooked in me that I need to like do something and I don't know. I don't know if it's from wrestling. I don't know if it's from just something, but I can't, like, 9 to 5 day jobs don't work for me. Like I've told you before, it's like parasites to me. I need to be able to do something and create on my own. And I honestly would love to be in the middle of the woods just making stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just
Hear
the
that.
type of person I
That's
am.
this guy right here.
Yeah. I hear
Right.
that.
Right.
Oh, believe me, I'm in the same boat. I mean, I hate working my 7 to 3 job every day, and I've been there almost 20 years. I hate it. And like when I come home and I come down here in the basement, again, we have 2 studios. We have the studio that we're in now for the shows, and then I have another studio just for making stuff.
Right.
And I mean, I concentrate on trying to build masks and all that stuff, but yet without any schooling, all that stuff, I'm doing it all just off experience and just learning myself. And I enjoy it, but the problem is, especially this is the first year we've actually are LLC. We're actually a business.
Right.
So that's been rough trying to handle the business part, worrying about taxes. And that's my biggest fear always is being legal and trying to get all that stuff figured out and making sure I'm doing that right, because that stresses me out daily, especially when you don't have enough money income coming in for the business part. And you're like, what am I going to do? I got to start making more money here. So again, I strive on this show to, it's like I tell people all the time, like, hey, look, you need something, let me know, and we'll try to figure something out.
Always willing to help people. And like you said, word of mouth.
Yeah.
It works.
Right.
But like I said earlier, that's how like our show went upon doing our thing. We wanted to go a different route with this season. We really wanted to dive deep into actors where it's not just haunt owners. Haunt owners, they've already made their story,
Right.
They have a team that runs their social media page. They have it. They're done already, but they're just finishing their book. What we came up with was like, let's talk to people that are just starting their story. Let's talk to people that are walking on their path to their fucking first story. So we talked to haunt actors that are just either starting up. Like, dude, we've talked to an amazing group of people that have only been doing it for like 4 or 5 years, and they're fucking blowing up. And it's just crazy, but half of them are either professors or, kindergarten teachers, or it's just like, why isn't anybody hearing this? And these are stories that like hold so much to us because we're in the same boat.
But TikTok and Instagram, though, is helping them blow up. Once they learn how to utilize it and actually start posting, weekly or daily, that right there is helping them blow up their characters.
And it's really cool to see people like yourself and the others show their passion. This is what I do.
Right.
You don't have to like it, but this is what I do. But like with your stuff, you can tell you love everything you do. You can literally see in every post and every caption that you love what you do. And that's what stands out the most as a haunter to me. Because if you can call yourself a haunter all you want by putting on a mask and being scary and looking badass, but if it means something to you, it doesn't matter about the mask. It's about the person that's behind that mask. That's the important part about being a haunter. You really show your work. You don't care about, the criticism. You'll take the criticism as basically constructive criticism. That is like, I love it so much because you learn from that. And you build from that. Literally, you're building in your yard a fucking haunt.
Well, that's the convenience, too. When you're building in your own yard, you're right there.
You're fucking
Right.
Like me. That's
All my tools are there.
Yeah, like with me, I hate that. That's one fear. It's like, man, if I got to go somewhere and work, what if I got to take a shit, man? That's always my thing. It's like you
get to take a shit in your own bathroom, your own
You're right
toilet.
there.
I placed my balls on this toilet seat.
Yeah,
This
nobody
is
else.
all me, dude.
This is all me.
No one else sat here but my balls.
Yep.
Sorry.
If I get to a pro hunt, I'll be living there because all my stuff will be there.
Yeah.
If I had to go back and forth from my house to the haunt to get stuff, I would never get anything done. I am such a scatterbrain. It's funny. My neighbors will laugh because they'll see me just go back and forth 100 times.
Well,
a
when
day.
you do get your haunt up and running, your new place, make sure you design just an area for your shop.
Oh yeah.
That way you're good.
Yep.
You're good. How many actors do you actually have working at your haunt right now?
So it really depends. It's a lot of our family. Like I said, the neighbors will help, and then we'll have a couple of his friends that help. We don't really push it out to like have anybody come help or anything. We try to keep it pretty close. So it's between 5 and 12 actors that are in there.
And then what? It takes you what, about 5-10 minutes to walk through the whole thing, or?
Yeah, I mean, depending on, I can trot through it in like a minute and a half.
Oh, okay.
But
Like if you're actually just walking,
full scenes and all that, yeah, it's about a minute and a half with just walking through, me trotting through with everything. I'm sure it's probably 5 to 6 minutes that you're walking through it on Halloween night.
Well, still, I'm just in my head. I'm averaging out because, like, that's another thing. Like me, when I usually go to haunts, like he'll vouch for it. He gets scared no matter.
I'm a pussy.
He sees a shadow, he gets scared. Me, haunts do not bother me. And I see, like, when I go, it bothers actors, like, at the end of the night, because they don't scare me. It just doesn't. I appreciate haunts for the detail.
Yep.
I love looking at scenery. So when I'm actually going through haunts, I look at many things. I look at, how long did it take me to get through that haunt?
Yep.
What's the average time? You know, how many actors do they have? You know, I'm trying to average everything out in my head. That way, it's like, okay, is this worth this? Is that worth that? Is, you know, and then I bring money involved, and I try to make sure everything is making sense for that. Because we've been to some haunts that like had no actors hardly, like maybe 2 or 3 actors per scene, like a decent scene, and they didn't even need actors. The scenery itself.
It's beautiful.
It was beautiful, and it did the work. So you didn't even really need actors, and that's what I was like.
What Shawnee's talking about is the darkness up in St. Louis, which you have to go to next year when you go to Transworld.
Yeah, because they have a
I want
limited.
to, yes.
Yeah, they
Yes,
have.
I want to.
They only usually sell 600 tickets.
Right.
That's it, and they max out, and that's it. It's like a very limited selection of people, and I mean it's hard to get them, dude. I searched high and low, and I finally found a way to get it, so I did it.
Right.
But yeah, they sell out very quick.
Dude, that place is fucking badass.
But it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's
Oh my
beautiful.
God.
I love it.
Now, where do you get a lot of your inspirations from, like when you come to the scenes? Because I seen that you were doing like low laying fog and like you know how like the low lasers, how they can pop in and stuff. Are you coming up with this with like programming the little cards and stuff? Is that all you?
So what do you mean by that?
Like when you're using like do you guys use like controls for your lighting or anything, or is it just strictly?
So for the front of our facade, we have like that storm, perfect storm that we use on the actual lights. So there's some stuff we have a couple peekaboos that we use in our animatronics. I have a couple pneumatics that are on like arcade buttons for actors to push and everything as well. But I'm not doing like heavy programming in anything.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Not yet.
It will be. Yeah. That'll be the new thing to learn. But it's a lot of just either the fire and ice lights from Spirit or anything like that, or I found a bunch of Amazon lights. They're like LED emulators or something, they call it like that, and they're super bright. It's like a flashlight, and I just have them on 2 AA's, and I scattered them throughout the haunt this year to get like multiple colors. And then we'll do the like IP6 floodlights and all that, but we're not doing anything super technical. I'm pushing buttons on the peekaboo controllers. So
Man, I bet your electric meter goes through the roof.
yeah.
But it's all worth it at the end.
Right.
So that's why you're only doing it one night.
What's one of your biggest fears? Okay, hold on. What's one of your biggest engineering fears while building? Except for fire.
I mean, obviously, I don't want things to like fall on people. I want to make sure that everything is set so somebody can bump into it and it be fine. You know, I don't try to make things that, you know, are just good enough to get it there. But like I said, with being on your own private property, you want to make sure that stuff is like top notch on safety. Yeah. So people falling and like, you know, tripping into something and it being, you know, not safe to basically fall into is a huge fear of mine. And that's just, you know, the safety for people and that it's my house.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing I learned at Transworld. When you're walking around, you're looking at a lot of the props behind the scenes, that what's controlling or holding these props they're pretty hefty, and they're pretty like you said, designed to if something did bump into it or whatever, one way or the other, because from either the floor, the ceiling, whatever, however this prop operates, it's secured pretty well, and they blend it in with the prop pretty well, so therefore it looks pretty cool, it's pretty legit. But I'm like you about the safety aspect of it. Again, I think you're really gonna enjoy Transworld, dude. Like the first time you go in there, everybody's jaw's like, "Oh, it's Christmas."
It's so much. I know
It
you.
is.
I know you say you went to East Coast and stuff. That has nothing compared to Transworld.
Yeah.
Dude. You're gonna literally walk down these aisles and not know how to spend your money. And I'm being honest with you.
Take a day. Take a day before you spend money. Just walk through and absorb it all, and then take a little notepad and jot down. Okay, aisle 19, desk 33. Okay,
good luck. If you know that you're gonna buy something, make sure you know your surroundings.
Yeah, GPS it or something.
Because you will fucking lose it. Cause it's such a beautiful place. It is,
where to go?
Yep.
And it's a treat,
dude. I mean, there's so many aisles. It just goes and goes.
It's honestly kind of like overwhelming. It's like some backroom shit.
Yeah.
Like you walk in and it's like you look down the aisle.
What really throws you off is like you're so like right there on the haunt stuff, and all of a sudden off to the right there's Christmas. I'm looking at him.
That was East Coast this year. They had that
why
this
are you
year.
putting Christmas crap in here? I mean, I understand it's all around convention. I understand all that.
Right.
But, dude, people don't care about that crap. I mean, it's cool, but if I want to do Christmas, I'll come to a Christmas convention.
Right.
I'm here for the haunt convention, damn it.
It's just crazy. Yeah, you're gonna love it, man. Like you really are. Really.
Well, and
really
that's
are.
like with East Coast. I was there. It's a really cool convention. There is a lot of stuff. They do have the big boys that go there and have their exhibits and all that. But I'm going there for like the training classes. I was maybe on the floor for an hour and a half at East Coast last year. Other than that, I was in the rooms like listening to John LaFlamboy, Alan Hops, Ben Armstrong, and like all that. Like I want to be a sponge on this stuff.
Yeah.
So anytime I can be in those rooms listening to somebody that's done it for years and all that, I'm there. I'm front row. Like,
well,
I want to hear it.
Yeah. Well, out of all those guys you mentioned, again, I can't even say John by far is awesome, and his hospitality is beyond nuts.
And he's so positive with everything he says.
And like he'll tell you flat out, like when he was talking to us, he goes, "Guys, anytime, let me know. I'll treat you like family. Come up here.
That's
everything's on me."
And you don't
but
get that.
when everything's on me, you're gonna do everything too. So I was like, "Oh shit, what's he got up his sleeve?"
Ooh.
Yeah.
There again, like how he said earlier, there are a lot of haunt owners that can be, jerks and assholes and stuff. But John LaFlamboy's one is real, not an asshole, but he's a really, really positive, outgoing person.
Right.
Eddie McLaurin, Bone Daddy from Woods of Terror. Holy shit. He is a busy person. But he holds such a huge heart. You hold a huge heart. You have something that you love so much, and you're not afraid to show it publicly. You want people to see your work and what you've been doing all year, the mastermind behind the door. Like, you're finally releasing this monster that you've been holding back for so many years, dude, and I cannot fucking wait until you open those doors for the first time at an actual haunt. You are gonna be like, you're probably gonna cry, dude. And it's just, but
I cry from this. We have somebody down the street that made like a little 2x4 tunnel for their porch. Yeah. I literally passed it and started crying because I was like, holy shit! Like,
started something.
I did something, and like that family now carries their tradition because of me, and like all of that was just like, holy shit, that's a lot.
Your whole neighborhood's gonna be a walk-through haunt.
Right, yeah,
dude, that would be fucking
awesome.
Oh my god, where everybody just intertwines and everybody pays.
You'll have
pays
to have like monthly
Right.
meetings with all the house owners. You guys will have like a committee. Like, okay, what scene are you guys gonna do? You guys just do all scenes and everybody walk through it all.
And everybody
I would
connects
love
to
it.
one electricity bill, and everybody pays a certain
Yeah.
percentage.
Yeah,
You'll have to call
bring your
ahead.
cord, and we'll connect it to his house.
Well, that's what there's this road where I live in Miamisburg. I forget what the road is, but every single house, they all connect their lights for Christmas.
Yeah.
And everything is themed, and it's so cool. They have like their own little radio station that as soon as you turn down to the street, dude, they go the fuck out. I'm like, this is too much, but I would love to live on this street. But I would be like,
Your
know,
house will be the dark one.
yeah, because like, guys, I'm poor. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Give me a few years and I'll start doing it. But that's just so cool that you literally, you're creating memories for so many people. You're creating memories for kids when they grow up. It's like, dude, there was this dude that just built this crazy shit for Halloween. You probably fed so much passion to these kids that, now they have this love. Now they're eventually, you never know, they're going to do the same thing that you were doing. Like you're creating so much.
Even if it's cardboard boxes,
But it's so
and that's a cycle that happened to me with that flower shop that did the free walkthrough that I was so terrified of. Like that followed me the rest of my life, and not in a bad way.
Yeah.
I think people think of fear as like this bad thing, but there's such a transformation that you can get through fear. Like once you walk past it and you're like, oh shit, like that was really awesome. I don't have that fear anymore. And it's like that's a huge thing that people I don't know if everybody understands that, from years ago in tribes where they were doing, you would go into a dark room and it would be like a near-death experience, and that would be, becoming a man or, whatever. Like haunted houses technically have been around for a very long time, and it's trying to help people transform through fear.
Yeah, I mean, fear is, fuck, dude. I'm the same way, because I used to be so terrified of haunted houses. I used to be so terrified of Michael Myers. Now I love Michael Myers, not because of what he does to people. It's the art behind Michael Myers.
You love him, but you're still scared of him.
No. I'm. Fuck you. No, I'm not. My kids. I tell this all the time. Dude, my 6-year-old child is literally so obsessed with Michael Myers. He knows him more than I do. He loves him more than I do, and it's like, I created something. He's loving the aspect of Halloween. It's not just the spookiness of Halloween. It's a lifestyle. It's my life.
Kid ain't scared of much. I know that.
No,
it takes a lot to scare him.
I terrified him. I actually traumatized my kid, but I did it for a reason. I literally did. I mean, I didn't do it on purpose, but like I created a video where, it looked like somebody was looking over a door, and the whole video was just really fucked. But anyways, we call that monster the Doorman. So now he can't sleep with his doors open no more because I traumatized my kid. My fault. I'm sorry, but it was he's not afraid of scary stuff like that. He looks at it as, oh, that's cool, that's fun, I like that, let's go through. And what you're doing, you're creating, you're helping kids get over fear. You're helping kids see that this stuff is not that, it's not scary. It is scary, but it's not scary where it's going to hurt you. It's scary because it's you're seeing someone's passion right in front of you. They don't realize it yet. They don't see it because obviously their mind is a million miles a minute, but it's really cool to express yourself the way you do. I wish this is how we express ourselves, by listening to people's stories. You express yourself by building a home haunt for your community, and you love the reactions. You love how when people show up and you get to meet new people every single year, you're creating so many bonds with so many different people. You're meeting us for the first time, and it's just so cool to see it happen right in front of us. And then it's probably a lot cooler seeing it right in front of you. And I mean, dude, you're creating something, and you're like right there. You're almost about to hit your dream, and it's gonna happen. It's not an if question. It is fucking going to happen. Like it is 100% gonna happen. When though? That's the biggest question.
Right. Well, and that's like with the John LaFlamboy episode that you guys had, when he said like having all of the ideas and nowhere to put it, like that was a knife in my heart. I was just like, oh my God, that's literally what I'm going through right now. Like I have all of these ideas, and yes, I put it in my front yard, but it's like I have massive ideas that I'm like, I know I can't do this here, and it's such a weird feeling where you're almost on the cusp of it and you're just not there yet.
Well, it's like
but
you said,
have to keep going.
He's 3 years behind, he said. In his mind, he's 3 years behind because of budgeting.
Right.
He has things that are ready to go, but he knows he won't be able to afford to do them for another 3 years. So he has
building up to it.
He has to build them each year. He has to do certain sections because like he was telling about the newest one that he just added this year. He said that's almost 10 years old, that idea is, but it's just now opened in the park.
He said it was just a rough draft.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? But just the way how he put his story together. And like when I went back and I listened to the episode, because like when you're in the moment, you don't really pay attention. You pay attention, but you don't fully pay attention.
Right.
But when you hear how he forms everything, it's like, bro, you're building your own little Dungeons and Dragons like story, dude.
Right.
It's like, holy shit. And it's like what you're doing, man. Like, you're going to sit there one day and you're going to be like, how the fuck did I get here? Like, what did I, I don't know. What did I do? Like, 1 minute I was, Well,
it's creativity. I mean, literally, with you breaking your haunt down, like you said, at Halloween night, you break it down within this next couple days. Automatically, you said you take, a month or two, but really in your mind, you're already thinking, what can I do next year? And
it's immediate.
And that's what's bringing these people back. And that's like, oh, okay, so last year he had this. Oh, wait a minute. That ain't there. He changed something.
Yep.
So people get to know that with you.
You're branding people.
They're going, this guy likes to change shit. I want to go see what he's going to come up with next. It's curiosity. So people are going to constantly come. They're going to start telling you, and I'm telling you, it's a full circle. It's going to come back, and it's going to keep getting bigger and bigger.
That's what I'm hoping for.
So eventually you're going to have to hire security. You're going to have to hire all that stuff. Because it gets so big to where it's hard to micromanage everything. But
and I think, like I said, at that point, I want to be in a building or have my land. I don't want to have the road closed off and all this stuff. I want to be able to have that storyline of like, oh, the Dark Acres went back into the ground and went somewhere else, and now it's creating over here kind of deal. So I don't know. It's very tough with the home haunt stuff because you want to be able to do that, but there's also, it's at your house, So like, if I'm at a point where I need security and everything, I need to just go to a bank and be like, hey, this needs to happen. If I don't find an investor by then, like, there's other ways that we have to do this.
Now, let's go behind the scenes real quick, and then we'll ask just a few more questions, and then we'll end the episode. What is probably one of the funniest moments you've had so far of just doing this? Like, what's one of the moments that you just sat there and like, hold up, let me. No, let's not even say funny moments. Like, what's one of the moments where you just sat there and you're like, holy shit, I didn't mean to do that, but it worked? Probably a lot.
I mean, it's not so funny to me, but the first year I made like my little hidey hole that I have, it was behind like a crypt wall and all that, and I put a torso that had a drop mechanism on it, but I had it right in the doorway, so like as they were walking in, they could see this drop torso. I'm like, oh, it's gonna take them away from me. I didn't get any scares. They all saw that. As soon as it moved, they bolted out of the room. I would jump out and be like, where is everybody? And it was just like learning little stuff like that. And the psychology of like how people get scared and what they do when they're scared is like super cool to me. That's a cool reason that I do the home haunt, and it's like I could go do that at a pro place, but I also could do it here.
Yeah. Well, and the fact that like it's like you're testing yourself in a way, and it's like, all right, I'm gonna try this year just to see what happens. And it's like how you said, it's like, all right, well, if this drops, these people bolt, so I'm gonna make this hallway just a little bit longer, or you get to learn how to build your layout a little bit better so people can run or people can hide or something. That is fucking awesome. And it's just like, that's one of the moments where it's like, you have to let it happen before you make a change.
Yep.
Wow.
Well, and that's what's cool about it is like, I have money into it. I have a lot of money into it. I don't have pro money into it. So I can do all of these things and figure out these things as I'm building everything else. Like, it's all a massive build-up plan that I have.
A training course.
Right, exactly. And it's like the best way to do it is to go to a pro place, but I also work nights. I work, the weekends and all that. There's not really, I could get maybe a couple nights at a pro haunt, and it's like, well, I could do that, but I could also try to learn all of this stuff at once at a home haunt.
Yeah. And then
you
once
know,
green light goes for a pro haunt, then you know what to do.
right. I mean, I'm still going to learn and still have a ton of shit that goes wrong,
Oh,
but
fuck
it's
yeah.
like, you know, you fail forward and, oh, this isn't the way I can do it here. This is a pro hunt. I have to do it this way now. You know,
I can
there's
go bigger.
right. Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah. I can put way more blood in here.
Yes. Now, when it comes to like doing a home haunts, I know you said you technically need permits, but you don't at the same time. Like nothing is fully structured, right?
It's all by county. You know, it's all depending on what your county does. So like my county, I don't need permits. I don't need any of that stuff. But somewhere else, they need almost like professional paperwork. So it's really just depends. You know, a lot of people have HOAs. I don't have any of that.
Yeah.
They can get fucked, but you know.
No, fuck, dude. Dag
Yeah.
on. Now, I know you said earlier, but like when you're watching people go through, I mean, I know you don't really see them as much. Like, where's your mindset when it comes to that?
I mean, so because I'm a jump scare actor and all that, I have to get the hype up time and jump out and all that. But there's also the point of I'm in a hidey hole. People don't know I'm there and I hear what they're saying. So it's cool to hear people like you were saying, they'll walk through and they'll be like, oh, this was not like this last year. Like this guy always changes everything. Or, you know, just hearing that it was so great or better than, you know, a pro hunt or whatever. Like hearing those little things is so cool to me. And they don't know I'm there. They don't know that I am the one that does all this stuff. So it's that canon moment that I get, and like
Hell
people
yeah.
get to show me that I'm actually doing the correct thing, which is cool.
Man. So when did you realize that, like, all right, I can do more. I'm going to continue to do more. When did you realize that? Like, was it like the first year, or was it more of like a couple years down the road?
I mean, so it slowly grew the first probably 6 years. Like we didn't do anything super crazy. It was just little stuff. And then I just got to the point where it was like, fuck it, I'm going to try to do this. And then it got to the point where it was like, okay, I did that last year and that was super cool. How am I going to over the top that, you know? And now I have a full 15-foot facade in the front and
Which is
2,000 square foot.
Jesus. Yeah, your front is badass, dude. I love how it just looks. And then like you have your logo, your sign and stuff. Everything just looks so legit. Cause like when you go to like bigger haunts and stuff, a lot of their stuff, I mean, it looks good, but like your stuff brings out so much nostalgic in
Right.
in any haunt, because a lot like new school haunts, how they're doing their stuff, it's cool, don't get me wrong, but a lot of their logos kind of look the same in a way, you know, if you know what I'm talking about.
Right.
Either if it's like AI generated or someone did it digitally, or it's just like something always just seems off about it. But with yours, I understand it's just like 2 words, but it makes sense because there's so much nostalgic going through, or just seeing. I don't know how to explain it because like my brain doesn't work properly when I'm trying to explain shit. But just in general, like there's so much nostalgia going through a haunt, and there's not. Well, what I've been through, there's not that many haunts out there that are really like that anymore.
Right.
Man, dude, I cannot wait to see this. I really can't, because it's right there. Oh my goodness. That's so fucking cool.
I know.
It's so cool because it's like you're building a story and you don't even realize you're building a story. You're literally writing your book as we speak. And you know, you're about to get to that next chapter. And when you get to that next chapter, it's like, it's all brand new to you.
Right.
So now you're going to not only learn from home haunting, now you can do more. You can do more with air compressors. You can do more with digital fucking cards. You can do more lighting. You can do sensors. You can do so much. But I cannot wait until you finally are just let go. Yeah, go. Man, like
I'm waiting for that day as well.
like a fucking...
I feel the chains. I'm just shaking them.
Oh, God, dude. That's going to be so cool. All right, man. Well, here's the most important question we ask everybody that's on the show. When all the fog is cleared up Everything's torn down. What does being a haunter mean to you? You're a haunter, 100%.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
I think obviously the biggest thing for me is the transformation. Being able to walk past fear and then realizing that you're stronger for it is something that I think all haunters do or give to people, even if they don't realize it. I think that's very big in the industry and not something that people say all the time. You know, you hear like, oh, it's about scaring and all that, but there's also more behind just the scare to get people to, you know, have that scare or drop their guard and be able to go through something safe and deal with fear and walk past that and be, you know, transformed and be stronger because of it. That's the main reason I do this.
Fucking A, dude. It's passion. It's dedication. And it's something that lives in your blood and something that you're just going to keep going with it each and every year. And it's only going to get bigger. I mean, it can't get smaller. It's already built. This is time to expand it.
I can't go smaller.
No. Why would you? There's no point. Make more pages for that book, dude.
Right,
I mean,
exactly.
it's just so cool, too, because, like, again, I've never really dove deep into the home haunts before. And now, like, when I get home tonight, I finally am able to research it more. Because, like, again, like I said earlier before we did the show, I don't like doing a lot of research on a lot of people because, like, I want to ask the questions and get, you know, raw reactions and stuff. So now my brain is cycling, like, I want to go home and try to find all other home haunts and just, but it opens more of a variety for us to find people and talk to them about their stories and how they go upon doing it, because you never know, there might be another guy out there or a girl out there that have the same passion, but they want to stick to home haunting, you know?
Yep. That 100% is a thing.
And it's just, man, dude, I want to know what to do with myself, man. I would never be inside. I would just be outside. And
honestly, like I'm a little baby in the home haunt world. There is some amazing artists. Like I said, I'm a creative. I'm not an artist. There are straight up artists that should be Imagineers that are doing this at their home, you know, for free, just like me, that are 3 times what I even do. And it's all passion. It's, you know, Alan Hops has talked about this plenty of times. Like, he enjoys home haunters because they bring that raw passion.
It's like college football.
Right. There's nothing there for you other than the passion and the love for it. You're not getting money. You're not getting, you know, anything else other than the love for this and, you know, what home hunters do for their communities.
Wow. Damn, dude, you just put so much in my fucking brain, because it's like, it is like football. It is like college football, because the college, you know, football players are trying, or basketball players or anything college sports wise, they want to be in the NFL. So they fight for it. They try to be the best. What the fuck, dude? Yeah. My brain just went, damn, that is so fucking cool, man. All right.
And I can give you a list of home haunters that are way better than me whenever you need it.
Dude, I just, that's so cool. I didn't realize how big of the home haunt community is, and how now just seeing it and hearing it and stuff, there's a lot of fucking passion in it, and there's so much work, and some, I mean, there are some people that do like weekends and stuff, but that one day is the important day. Right. And for like most haunters like myself, dude, I can't stand Halloween for one reason. It's the end.
Yep.
Ugh. But for you, it's like, I love Halloween because it's green light, dude.
Yep. I only started on social media this year. It was after Halloween last year that I started on social media. And I was just like, I am going absolutely insane on this, you know, posting as much as I can. Like, I'm sure you guys seen my logo is on the end of every single one of my videos. I smash it in everybody's face.
Good.
And it's just trying to be that psycho level where I need to be that can keep this going.
Yeah. And dude, and honestly, keep doing it. Biggest advice I can tell you is share other people's shit.
Yep.
Post stories update, post at least like once a day.
Hey, today I fixed dude's finger. It fell off in the middle of hunt.
Boom.
Yeah, shit
Post
like that.
People love it.
Yeah.
I don't get it. People love the dumbest shit, but they love it. And especially the fact that like you're showing so much dedication and passion into your work. It is a form of art. Like you're your own type of artist.
Right.
And it's just cool to see. That's like you're doing everything for the community. Oh, fucking A. If I had, I mean, my little onesie, I have a heart. It's just underneath of it, sweating because it's fucking hot down here. But it's just so cool.
Yeah, same. This sweatshirt is very warm.
Dude, I can't wait to see your next adventure and see where this takes you. Because now I'm gonna be looking forward to you, showing a picture of some keys. Like I got it.
I can't wait. There'll be tears behind that phone, but I can't wait.
Well, fuck yeah, dude. All right. Well, do you have any questions for us before we let you go, man?
I do have a question.
Okay.
So at what point or what made you guys kind of click and was like, this is it? Like, this is my passion.
Jesus. A lot of bickering back and forth. A lot of trial and errors. We tried everything when it came to starting the podcast. We tried to talk about like ourselves, which we weren't really interesting people. We tried to talk to haunt owners strictly. That didn't really get us anywhere.
We tried movie stars. We've done a little bit of everything, and eventually,
it was honestly right in front of our face. Yeah. We just didn't see it. And just one day we looked at each other and we're like, haunting. It's what we know most.
Let's just talk to people like us, and talk to people in our world, and that's when it just started clicking. And next thing you know, now it's nonstop, and people are constantly hitting us up. And
it's just wild because, like we say it honestly, like majority of our episodes, we were just two dumbass guys with a shitty MacBook and two microphones, just rambling on, doing the dumbest stuff, building a tent in a corner. Dressing up, and we didn't know what we were doing. We still don't know what the fuck we're doing. We don't know why it's happening. I don't like asking questions why, but it's just the ride.
Yep.
It's so fun because we get to meet people like you and all the others we talk to because they have the same passion.
That's like right now already our schedule for Trans World is stupid. We're busy. I mean, we got so many people that we've had on the show that are already like begging us, hey, you guys gonna be there? Yeah.
Right.
The hotel's already booked and everything. I mean, we're ready to go. So
we'll be at this bar.
Yeah. We'll be at pretty much. I mean, we've got so many people, that are wanting to meet up and talk and, get ideas going, and we just got a lot going on. So it's good.
It's scary.
Right.
But,
no, that's awesome.
So, but definitely we look forward to seeing everybody 26 here at Trans World. So gonna be fun. Yeah,
and we just we're like, some people say that like we're the scout of the haunt industry. We're just finding talent, people that have that passion. You can look awesome. We tell this on everybody. You can look great, but if you're just not showing that passion or dedication, then we're gonna respectfully move on.
Yeah, we can see profiles, and I can tell who's real and who's fake.
And we'll watch you, in the background, but we're not gonna be like, oh yes, boom, 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 boom.
Right.
You gotta be
because at the end of the day, we do have a show to run, and we got viewers. We want people to be interested. We don't want people to go, what the hell am I watching? Because someone was driving us nuts, and they really wanted to be on the show. And truth be told, they're a weekender. They're not truly a haunter, and we're big on haunters. We want haunters.
Right.
It's the passion, literally the passion and dedication.
Yeah, absolutely. No, and I noticed that with you guys' podcast, like all of these people that you're interviewing are, the people that I'm seeing over and over on social media. These are the people that are actually like interacting with me, which is like crazy. But, I've watched all of these people follow me. I follow them. They'll actually interact with my stuff. And then they're on your show. Like you're actually finding the correct people, which is very cool.
Yeah. And it's scary because a lot of the times we like on the off days and stuff, I'm writing. I'm writing all the questions. I'm doing as much research on that person, and then I'm diving deep into like their costumes or trying to figure out something. What to fucking ask these people? And it's very stressful because it's like a job. You know, I'll go to work. I'm on my fucking iPad typing, doing my thing and doing this and that. Or I'm at home wait until all the family's asleep and I'm just doing more research, scrolling on TikTok, scrolling on Instagram, just to try to find people to talk to. Like, we're talking to this one dude, which we're finally announcing on here. When I told you about it, you've seen it on TikTok, that Vincent guy that paints with his own blood. I cannot wait for two things. He has a very, very dark history, very, very dark. But the passion that he puts into his art is the same passion that I have for haunting.
Right.
And I want to know why. And that's our biggest question. Why? But yeah, dude, I can't wait. And it's a hell of a ride. It's super fun. I love what you do. Don't stop what you're doing.
I
Please,
appreciate
God,
that.
do not stop. Because
There is no stopping.
good, because you got the heart, you got the passion, and dude, you're a fucking haunter, 100%. I don't care what anybody says. I
appreciate that.
You're welcome, and you deserve it, dude. Just keep it up, and again, I can't wait for that little post, those little keys.
I want to hear some jingling.
It's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming.
I can't wait. All right, Steve, you want to have anything for him? All right, man. Well, dude, John, I appreciate you coming up and finally opening my brain up to some home haunts. I'm pumped. I'm gonna do some research.
Yes. Hopefully, I did good for the home haunts.
Well, dude, you've opened my brain. I'm interested.
They're gonna blow you up later on social media. Hey, thanks, man.
Yeah, right.
All right, cool, dude. Well, I appreciate you, and that's it, dude. And stay spooky, stay classy, man.
Thank you again.
Hey, you're welcome. See you, buddy.
We'll see you.
Have a good night.
See you. Whoa, dude. I didn't realize how big. Okay, so now it's like it's putting it in perspective for me. Like how I just said, home haunts are like college football.
Well, yeah, I mean, but like I was telling you though, it's about your creativity, what your brain is willing to come up with in your checkbook. If you've got money to go out to buy the stuff to be creative and build a home haunt, you can do it. Now, granted, like you were saying, some counties and some cities do have rules and regulations, some don't, so it's easier to do it. But we, on the other hand, we as long as we've been doing this, it would be hard for us to do a home haunt because of our expectations for us. That would not work for us. And I emphasize us. We need land or we need a building. We do, because we would actually have to build a full-size haunt, because my OCD on some building stuff, man, would drive me ape shit, because I could not build something that I really truly love and have to turn around and tear right back down. I wanted to be there and people to always come and appreciate it every year, so it is what it is.
I just think it's cool. I mean, like you said, I'm the same way. I couldn't do that. But dude, that's dedication. That is passion. That is,
and I see the the beauty in it, because every year you get to come up with something new.
Yeah.
So that's cool, and then but that works good for them. Me, don't get me wrong, I have no problem. Like if you want to change some scenes in your haunt and update stuff, I can do that. But there's key things though, like some of the bigger stuff that I build scene wise, like, oh dude, this scene's too beautiful. I spent too much money.
Yeah.
It's staying up.
Oh, dude.
So.
Oh man. See, now we're starting getting the reason what haunters really are. I mean, it opened my eyes a little bit. It's all about passion and dedication.
Yep.
And hard work. John LaFlamboy did it. Eddie McLaurin did it. Fucking Jim Scoff from Fields of Scream, he did it. Now I'm starting to understand why these stories are already made. And it makes sense now. It really does. It's passion.
Yeah.
And it's passion on what you love.
Again, you got to start off somewhere, and it's usually small unless you're Elon Musk and you got billions of dollars. But we all got to start off somewhere, and unfortunately, it's small, and some people can move up faster than others. And it's
now in the comments, when you guys listen to this whole episode, if you guys get to this point, write in the comments if you think it's the truth about haunting. It's passion. It's dedication. See, tell me if I'm wrong or right. I've learned so far of doing these episodes this year. It's passion and it's love. It's not about scaring people. It's fucking passion, dude. That's the word of the day. Passion. God, dude. I already know I'm gonna name this episode. I literally am. I'm I'm fucking dedicated. All right, guys. Well, that was John Acors, or how do you say it?
Of course.
Acors. John Acors. John, of course. And he's in Ballston, not Boston, Ballston, New York. He's opened Halloween night for his haunt. Guys, go to his haunt. Get the police showed up. I'm joking. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah,
The-
get 1,500 people in his
no,
yard.
fucking make it 5,000 people.
Yeah, it's on you guys.
It's on you.
Get on it.
Don't say the Dark Carousel sent them.
Yeah.
Don't say it. Dude, that's so cool. All right. Well, guys, next episode is with Riot. He's a traveling haunt actor, and that is tomorrow. Super excited to hear his adventures and stuff and see where he started haunting.
Yeah.
And then, we got some stuff going. You guys heard Vincent, and then
That's all we're getting.
we have one more, but we won't get to that one just yet. But other than that, guys, this is the Dark Carousel Podcast, where all your nightmares come true and all your passion is alive. We are the Dark Carousel Podcast for a reason, because we love you, we love your support, and we just love this atmosphere. Yes, haunting's almost over. It's okay, but we are always going to be here. That is Steve, and my name is Arthur. That is Mr. Sweets, and I am Snacks. And we are the Dark Carousel Podcast, and this carousel will never stop spinning.
Unless one hits someone with the E-stop.
Yeah. It's fucking...
Everybody, go flying and teeth go flying.
That's why you have airbags.
Yeah.
See you guys.
See.